Hello my fellow gamers, UltraGamer64 here, and today I've got some more Atari 2600 gameplay footage for you guys. This time, we are going to be playing Berzerk. Now this is one of my all-time favorite games on the Atari 2600, and soon I hope that I can convince you guys why, but this is actually one of my favorite games of all time, really. One of my favorites, top 5. For a little myth that it created when it was in the arcades. This is one of the only games that I know of that has actually killed people in real life. One of the only games. Just let that sink in for a minute or two. One of the only games that has killed people in real life. So, the myth of it goes that if you got a high score in the arcade version, Evil Otto, which is basically an entity that if you don't leave the level within a certain amount of time, it will chase you, and it will kill you. It's an instant kill. You can't outrun him. You must get out of the level before he starts coming. And the little rumor behind it is, if you got the high score in his game, he did not like that very much. In this one, I don't think it applies because there's no high score really set at all. So I don't think it applies in the Atari version. But in the arcade version, it is said if you beat his high score, he would kill you. And this happened to 2 or 3 people, I think. And they both got heart attacks. After, like, literally a few days after beating Otto's high score. So that's something really freaky to think about. That this is one of the very few video games that have killed people in real life, or supposedly. I honestly believe it. I mean, I think that video games are a lot more than what we make them out to be. They affect you emotionally, they affect you physically, and who says that they can't affect your life or your death point at all? I mean, who's to say that it can't be affected? Because I believe that it can, and Otto showed that years ago when he killed those 2 or 3 people. I don't know, it's just my opinion, but it's something cool to think about, that a game could actually kill someone and give them a game over. But anyways, back to this game. The controls are fairly simple. I mean, it is an Atari game. Push the button to shoot. You can shoot in all 8 directions, which was a very, very important thing for this game, because not many games, as far as I know, not many games could allow you to shoot all 8 directions. Normally they let you only shoot 4, or sometimes maybe even 2, if it was a 2D side-scroller or something like that. So it's very, very cool to see a game that lets you shoot all 8 directions. It is kind of hard to pull off shooting a diagonal shot, but it can be done. It's very hard to get used to with the weird analog setup of the Atari. I won't lie, the Atari setup is a little weird, and the joystick, from what I've seen and from what I've experienced playing games on my Atari, the Atari joystick is extremely stiff from what I've noticed, and the control scheme is a little weird, but you will eventually get used to it, and for this game it does work pretty well to navigate this somewhat 3D space. So you know, you get what you get. But anyways, the goal of the game is to kill off all the robots and then make your way to the next section. You cannot touch the walls or else you will die. And I'm not sure if you guys can see it on the footage. Let me check. Yeah, you should be able to. But if you pause it at the right time, you can see Otto's face when the robots explode. That is Otto. He is just a happy, bouncy, smiley face. But an angel of death, apparently. You can see him whenever you kill any robot. Like right there, you could see him. I know you guys can see him on the footage. I hope. Let me check. Yeah, you guys definitely should be able to see that. I apologize for the fuzzy look of the footage, but there's not much I can do about that. I mean, these are requested videos, and I'm happy to fulfill them for the person that requested it. I said his name in the first video that I did of the Atari 2600 gameplay. But they are requested videos, and I'm more than happy to do them. But the quality isn't always going to be the best, because I'm recording with a camera pointed at the TV screen. And it's not going to be the best, but you guys know that I try to make it the best that I can. And it works. It seems to be working pretty well. And people enjoy the series. People are enjoying seeing the Atari 2600 gameplay, so that makes me extremely happy. Go down. Alright, let's kill you off, robot. And there we go. Move on to the next part. Yeah, and it makes me happy to be able to play Atari 2600 games. Because except for a very select few channels, the major ones are Metal Jesus Rocks, AVGN, NES Pat the NES Punk. Other than them, I don't know of too many other YouTubers that play these old Atari games. So I'm extremely happy to play these. I mean, Atari is one of my favorite consoles. Atari always has been. The Atari is awesome. And it really shows that games... I mean, games are just always important. I don't know where I'm going with this. I really don't. I meant to say something meaningful, but it failed. Anyways, I'm happy to play these games for you guys. And you guys seem to be very happy to watch it. I mean, honestly, that surprised me, because as far as I knew, not many people nowadays like these old Atari games and everything. Not many people have the appreciation for them, so it was very shocking, to be honest, seeing the level of support for these gameplay videos. So I thank you guys a lot for that, for the support and attention that you've given these videos. It really makes me feel confident in doing these videos, no matter how bad the quality may be, such as this one. I know that it's very fuzzy and kind of bad, but I'm sure you guys will be fine with it. You guys are a very, very understanding group of people. Wow, okay, robot, shoot my feet. That's not fair. Ah, did you see that? I pulled off a diagonal shot. I still killed him! And plus, you gotta love the Atari sounds. You gotta love it. Nah. I hate it when that happens. You get surrounded by like 2 or 3 robots. I hate that. Or when you're spawned right next to one and it tries to kill you. And you know what? This game is honestly very fair, because if the robots hit the sides too, they will get killed. So that's very cool. Oh, you know what they should do? They should remake this game as like a third-person shooter or something. Oh my gosh, I would love that. That would be the coolest thing ever. And then make like the Atari version and the arcade version playable in the new game. Oh, that would be a dream come true. That would be so cool. I'm sure some of you will remember, but you remember when like the PS1 came out and oh, what was Nintendo at that point? They were with the SNES, so they didn't do that yet. I'm trying to think. I know the PS1 did this a lot, but they would re-release like high definition or like remade Atari games. That is a very fond thing on PlayStation that I've noticed as I've gotten older. Like, PlayStation has a lot of classic Atari games on it, especially like Namco collections and Atari collections and all this kind of stuff, and it's really, really awesome. I don't think that Nintendo ever did that with any of their consoles except for the GameCube. But other than that, I don't really think anyone else did it besides PlayStation, and it was freaking awesome. I own a lot of those old discs, like Frogger they remade. They had an Atari collection on the all of these are on PlayStation 1, obviously. But they had an Atari collection. There's an Asteroids game on PS1. I mean, it's just awesome to see these old games getting all the love that they deserve. And they really should be brought back at some point, because we miss these games. But anyway, guys, I think that's where I'm going to leave off the video. If you guys enjoyed it, then please be sure to leave a giant like. And remember to keep on gaming, stay amazing, and I will see you guys next time.